We will emphasize the following before we proceed. Your collective reality is, of course, made up of billions of individual realities. Each of these billions of individual realities has their own experience, has their own expression of the collective consciousness. So, to all of you, it looks like you are experiencing one collective reality. But really, it is as if you are in your own bubble. All other people are in their bubbles. It looks as if you are all sharing the same ocean. And in a certain sense, you are all interconnected by the same energetic spiritual substrate. But ultimately, you are all generating your own experience of that ocean, your own experience of that shared collective. Keep in mind, that bubble you're in, your aura, has many layers and levels. The layers of the aura that are closer to you relate to your physical self, your personal psychology. As you expand further out, the auric layers become less and less and less personal. They become more and more and more collectively oriented. By the time you've expanded to the fourth layer, the fifth layer, you're now interacting with collective energy. Your particular projection of the society, your particular projection of the human family, your particular projection of the macrocosmic reality, that is contained within your own bubble, and that is contained at layer 4, layer 5. It can vary person to person. Eventually, all these auric layers blend together, forming a super aura. The full holographic potential of the energy body is awakened. But for many people, these layers are nice and separate, and they each correspond with a different dimension of the experience. We're emphasizing this because many people will turn on the television, they'll get on the internet, and they will observe what is happening in the collective. And instead of actually interfacing with reality directly, going out into their society, having an adventure, having a unique experience, they allow for these sources of information that are external to them to tell them about what the world is like, to tell them about what the collective reality is like. And what happens when a person relies on that information is the following. The information source ends up encoding those collective layers of the aura, and as a result, the person ends up shifting to a version of the collective that's more aligned with that particular programming. This is why it is important to specifically vet the information that you receive and to also choose intentionally the types of ideas and information that you entertain. Remember, negative information does not need to be shunned. Positive information does not need to be hoarded. But what is important is the following: that a person choose to be open, involved, and direct with the experience of life, and to allow for that experience, your relationship with life, to be that which informs you about life, rather than relying on secondhand information from people whom are paid to tell you a certain story for certain gain, be that commercial gain, political gain, social gain. You must keep this in mind. Not all of the information that is brought to you is neutral. If someone brings to you information that is negative, you don't need to push that information away. You don't need to deny it. But the question to ask is, why are they telling me this? What do they get out of me buying into that? Why is this important for me to know? And why do they feel this is important for me to know? If you start to just question the intention, you'll start to learn a lot about the person and why they're telling you this information. Keep in mind, both negative and positive can be used to influence another into a particular direction. As you know, many people can promise you the moon, never deliver. So positive information can also mislead, just as negative information can mislead. So what is a human to do? Go into the world, directly experience life, have your adventure. Let your inner being, whom is built according to the divine template, be the eyes, the ears that you perceive with. Let yourself see the spiritual narrative that is unchanging and is eternal. This spiritual narrative recognizes that all manifestations are the children of the source. They are all sacred. All things are, in that sense, a part of the royal divine family of light, because all forms that exist have a corresponding light matrix. So you're all beings of light. All physical things, all physical beings, all physical manifestations have an energetic form. As this is validated, one of the major things that will begin to happen is you will have a developed sense of empathic compassion for all beings. Because at this level where that light matrix is validated, you begin to sense that you are connected to all beings. You begin to sense you are exchanging energy with these beings. Now, what's very interesting is you are in your own reality. Yet you're able to have this experience of sensing others, exchanging energy with them. What's going on? Your connection has become so powerful. Your ability to mirror has become so potent that even though the person next to you is in their own reality, all you have to do is resonate with them. And it's as if you're in the same world, having the same experience. That's how powerful your mind is. You can create a total individualistic reality, and it seems eternally individualistic. But then just like that, you can activate the empathy power, and now you can perfectly mirror the other, know what they're going through, see things from their viewpoint. It is this ability that will expand across your people, it will expand across your nations, and you will begin to viscerally sense and viscerally know and viscerally feel that you are all the different outlets of expression for the same unified being of light. And as that realization deepens, the Earth's aura, humanity as a whole, begins to glow, begins to shine. And this is the key in the ignition. This is what opens that door and brings into manifestation the various levels of achievement within the open contact process. Those are the signals that let all of us and others like us know that you are ready for more. That sense of humanity's preparedness is increased within all of us when we see that your focus has changed, and when we see that your focus has become balanced, and when we see that your focus encompasses both internal and external. For these are the types of perspectives and alignments that cause the human being to glow and shine like an earth star. So when we see enough of you doing that, we begin to express ourselves as a way of encouraging you along that path. So we continue this supportive role. We continue to cheer you on and encourage your exploration of your spiritual light, because that is what allows for you to feel and to know your shared human heart. And as that network activates, our hearts are activated, the extraterrestrial collective heart is activated, and the greater family reunion can take place. You are all family with one another. You are all a part of that family of light. And as that's stabilized, your extended family will begin to make greater levels of contact.